Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Jalen Says. And today we are with someone that I've known for basically my entire industry life. And before I get into how incredibly awesome this guy is, I have to thank my wonderful sponsors. First off, it's always on time. It's On Time Sunwear. And honestly, thank you, as this brand has been really supporting me. And I really thank you all for coming on, and thank you definitely to the sponsors. And let me tell you, this sunwear is always on time. Like anytime you need it, they have sunwear for it. In the winter, in the fall, in the spring, in the summer. You think it, they got it. You think it, they got it. Festive, relaxed, professional. You might not even know what they have because it's incredible. So if you guys do want some on time sunwear, please check out On Time Sunwear. Look it up on Facebook. And yeah, also the Mitchell's Academy of Music and Dance. Now, I have been with the Mitchells for a couple years now, and I could tell my improvement since when I started working with them. So if you guys do have a passion for music and things of the sorts, please check them out. Please call them because they are incredible at what they do. They are experienced, and you could tell that just by working with them. Also, Tropical Flavor. Now, how many times do I have to tell you guys this? The flavor, it's tropical, it's juicy, it's crispy, it's delicious. Now, it just makes you salivate at the mouth just coming in. The aroma, it's incredible. So if you guys do want some authentic, really, really good Caribbean food, please check out Tropical Flavor. It's worth the ride. It's worth it. Also, Aries Talent Agency. If you are in the industry and you're working and you're doing your stuff, please check them out because they will get you a lot of more auditions, and they are pretty good at what they do. They given me more auditions than I could count, and they are really good reps. They are known throughout the industry. So if you guys are working in the industry, please make sure to check them out, look them up, and do all that jazz. Also, Flame Entertainment. Now, Miss Flame Entertainment, she has gotten me a lot of interviews so far, and she wasn't even my manager, so please check her out. She's been actually I interviewed her, so I could basically share a whole story now, but if you want to hear the whole story, please check that one after this interview. But she's been in the industry, she knows the ins and outs, so who else would you want repping you besides someone who's already been through it? So please check her out, and it'll be a great time. Now, without further introduction, without further pauses, without further stuff like that, I have to do an introduction for my main man. Now, he has been doing this incredible thing. He's a fashion designer. Now, he's making his own beverages. Hey, I don't know how people do it. I seen all the stuff for it, like all the agent, all that stuff. I honestly don't know what's going on with that, but he does. And hey, by all of the stuff I've heard about it, it's incredible. Now, this guy, he's really just been a friend and an inspiration in the industry. He's doing all this stuff, and actually, like, one of my first modeling, just me going down the runway, was with Phatz. So, hey, it brings back a lot of memories and just a lot of good times. So, to introduce himself even further, here is Mr. Phatz. How are you doing today, sir?
Hey, Jalen, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. How are you?
I'm doing great.
That's great. So, can you tell, for the people who don't know, who is Phatz?
Phatz is like, that's a good question. How they say, I guess you said a mogul in the making. I'm a regular person, just like to make clothes. I like to make clothes for the person so that the person can feel good. I just want everybody to feel good about themselves, and I'm just happy-go-lucky. That's really it. I mean, it's hard to say because I don't want to. It's just, I don't know how time talking, but it's like, I would say I'm just a normal everyday person. I'm a normal everyday person trying to make it. I do my clothes, I have a couple of divisions that I started under my umbrella. So I'm just trying to make it to the next level, and just hopefully anybody that's along with me or helping me, they go along too. I try and make sure that if I make it, they make it. So it's just like I feel that it's enough room for everybody.
Yes. What was your inspiration to really get into the industry?
Honestly, when I was younger, I was interested in it, but back in the day, back when I was growing up, it was like guys doing fashion wasn't really looked upon that much. So it was I just kind of put it off and got a regular job, 9 to 5. And then when I got sickly, I had kidney failure back in like 2013. So I'm doing better. Everything is going good. So I just thought about I'm going to do what I want to do. So around 2015, I started devising a plan. In 2016, I dropped my line. I was in Richmond, Virginia, where I lived at, and I moved to Atlanta. I did my first show April 1st of 2016, and like around about April the 15th, I had moved to Atlanta, and it's been up from there, just doing shows. And I just got lucky. I've been lucky. I just always been with the right around the right people. God surrounded me with all the right people. I have had one or two crazies, but the majority, almost everybody I had, has been in my corner or looked out for me, made sure I was good. So that's why I try and do the same to other people.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Okay. Now, back in your day, and I mean, well, I guess not now, but even a couple years ago, men creating fashion and stuff like that wasn't really a thing popping up. So, what really made you want to transition from a normal traditional job into your passion?
I love fashion. It's just like I always loved it, and it's also like when I look at people, I can see stuff on them, or I like to have certain stuff look on people because some people are so like that baggy look that everybody do not hate that because I like a person. You have a nice fitting pair of jeans. You don't want it, it don't have to be what they call it, the skinny jeans or
Mm-hmm.
anything like that. Just a nice pair of jeans that fit you, or a lady have a nice dress on that fit her. It don't have to be a dress hanging off her because she's trying to hide her curves because she's embarrassed or she think her butt too big or something like that. I just, you want everybody to feel empowered with their own body. Their bodies, whatever they wear, accentuate their body. Like if a guy gonna wear a shirt, show up, you're gonna show the muscles or whatever off. Or if a girl gonna wear a dress, show off her curves. So it's like for everybody, I look at it like for everybody, it's the same thing. You want to be fair across the board, and you want to empower people because so many people like with my nonprofit that I haven't said, but that just was gonna kind of tie it in. That's mainly to help people that feel empowered, or to help younger people to feel like don't like against bullying or feel good about this stuff. So that's why I just want everybody to feel good about this stuff. I don't want nobody to feel like, oh, I can't do this, or I can't do that, or I can't wear this,
Yeah.
or the small girls got this, so I can't wear it. A small person can wear it, a bigger person can wear it too. It's just how you wear it.
Yes. Okay. So, what really made you want to be an inspiration to the ones around you? What really made you want to, I guess, live that lifestyle?
It was more so when I see how people do, because when you're in the industry, you see more than when you're on the outside. You hear about stuff, but when you're in it, you see more. Like you deal with people and you deal with the negativity, you deal with the positivity. You got a lot of people that's negative, or they're out to get what they can, and they're not trying to help the next person, or they're trying to break down the next person, or they're looking down on the next person. I look at everybody like we're all equals. When we go do something, like a lot of times if I'm with like dressing someone for a show, I'm be like, how you think it feels. Cause a lot of people tell me, "Oh, you don't supposed to ask them what you put on them is what they gotta wear. They gotta wear." But I'm gonna ask the person, I'm gonna ask the model, how do you feel in it? Because if you feel good in it, you're gonna wear it. You're gonna show that you feel good.
Yeah.
If you don't feel good in it, it's gonna show all across your face. It's gonna show across your body
Hmm.
language, and everything. So I want everybody to be on the same page. That's why I try and be equal to everybody. I don't want to come in and be like, "Oh, I'm the designer and that's it." What I say goes.
Yeah.
I feel that when the people that do that, it's like they got superiority, like conflict, where they just feel like they want to feel they're better than the next person.
Yeah.
When and that I sure that everybody's the same across the board because nobody's a millionaire status unless they had it, and then they doing the shows that everybody else doing.
Yeah.
So like everybody, everybody's on the same level. You just go out, do what you got to do. Everybody's trying to make money. Everyone want to get paid. The models want to get paid. The designers want to get paid. The photographers want to get paid.
Yeah.
The makeup artists want to get paid. So everybody's out for the same goal at the end of the day.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Now, you talked about having a lot of stuff under your wing and things like that. So, you are a real entrepreneur. You have oils, you have a mini autobiography, you have shoes, you have cognac, you have makeup, you have Moscato, you have all this stuff. What made you want to branch out besides your original passion?
I feel that once you get going, if you're gonna do it all the way. You don't want because if you're gonna open, like if I want to open a store, I can open a store and everything's just gonna be a portion of me. It's not gonna be like I open a store and I'm selling everything. It's selling other stuff. Like with my boutique, I just style people because I style people also. I make clothes and I style people. Like if they need something quick, I could style them real fast. They don't have time to wait for something to get made. So with the boutique, it's just like different fashions that I have for styling people. As far as my clothing brand, that's stuff I made specifically for people or specifically for a show. So it's like if I was to open a store tomorrow, then I can have a store with just me with just Phatz. You go back there, you got shoes, you get shirts, you get accessories. If you wanna get some spirits, you got a little bit anything you want from cognac to wine to liquor. And if you want to get oils, you want to smell good, you got that. So it's just like, and if you want to read, you got my book. So it's just like I'm offering everything that you would want, like a one-stop shop. And that's what it should be at the end of the day, a one-stop shop, because you want to be versatile in everything.
Wow. Okay. So you just want to basically, I guess not have a monopoly, but basically say I could do all of this stuff and really be good at it. Do you like have a tendency to pick up like a lot of, I guess, hobbies and stuff like that a lot?
A lot of who?
Hobbies and things like that.
It's kind of hard because between I was in school, I just finished school. I have my master's degree recently. November the 28th, I finally got my degree. I walked the stage in July, but I got the degree in November. So that was a good feeling. That was a hobby I had, honestly. But outside that, it's just work. Work school was all I did. I didn't really go out to do that much. If I go out, it was for a show or event, and that was it. So it's mainly I'm trying. I need to start doing more hobbies. They kind of slow down with the fashion, but it's like when you on a good streak, you want to go on and keep going. You don't want to just be like, oh, I'm doing good, so I'm gonna just go on and chill out and then do, because you got that on tomorrow, so you want to make sure you stay relevant.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Wow. So, throughout your life, what do you really think? I guess in your younger years, what really made you want to gravitate towards fashion?
Just I always I always loved fashion. Like I used to love to watch like Tyra Banks, well, America's Next Top Model. I love the models. I love how they address the models and go. I love Project Runway. I used to love everything. Just watching them watching them race, compete against each other. It's really, it was about the competition. It was just about everybody work kind of together at the end of the day. You have some people that didn't work together, but I would say like 70% of Project Runway work together. You'll see them helping each other out, or talking, or giving advice, or doing group competitions. You had some that were like, "Oh, I'm better than this person," and you had the majority of them that were like, "I'm gonna help them because I'm gonna do mine. What's for me is for me." So I
Yeah.
don't mind helping this person, or if they show up some fabric, I think this will look good with like the all stars. They be like, I think this will look good what you got. They help you, the same way with a competition where you all working to get to a higher level.
Okay. So throughout your life, what was the journey from wanting to be this little kid to eventually getting a traditional job? What was that like?
Having a traditional job, that was kind of good until I got like I said, I had kidney failure in 2013. I always had good jobs, so that's never really been an issue. Like, I had some of the jobs, some of the best jobs around. From
Wow.
post I worked at the post office, I worked at the Federal Reserve Bank, I worked at Verizon, I worked at AT&T, I worked at Pepsi Cola,
Wow.
Coca-Cola. I worked at like the transit system, so every job I had has always been a good job. I don't, I never really did, not saying that kind of way. I never did basic jobs. I always had good jobs.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I always look at, you gonna put your all into what you do, and that's I
Yeah.
always do. I'm putting my all into what I do. I'm not gonna settle. I'm not gonna just settle. That's why I try and get through people. Never settle. Just go on and, go for the gusto. If you're gonna do it, go on and do it. Because when you settle, you get used to it. Just like when somebody said, "How you doing?" You said, "Maintain," and maintain it is just like you not going up and you're not going down. You just at a steady flow where you're not doing anything. You just like neutral. You just at neutral going across the board.
Mm-hmm.
You always want to stay. You always want to improve yourself, upgrade. Do something out. Think outside the box and improve yourself as you go along.
So, what skills did you pick up from being a part of all these businesses?
It's more, I've learned more about being a business person, like, because when I started, I was just I was like a seam, like I said, seamstress, designer, sewing. Because I learned from like my sewing. When I first started, I sewed by hand, and then I learned how to sew on the sewing machine from two designers in here named Bobby Cole, designed by I, and Vivian V Dinks. They both were my teachers. Then I went to school and I picked up sewing, picked the rest of the way on the sewing machine. So I had good teachers. I had designers. I look at them as mentors. They help me along the way. Anytime I need something, they're there for me. I could call
Wow.
them day or night. They answering questions. Like my teachers, they did the same thing. So it's like I learned as I went along, and then you have to just learn and grow. So you don't want to stay at the same place. I wouldn't have, if I still had to stay at the same place just sewing by hand, it would have been good, but it wouldn't have been where I'm at now because I was been going slow. Because sewing by hand, you're not gonna do as much. It's gonna kind of slow you down a little bit more. And I had a seamstress then, but right now I'm more of doing stuff myself. I don't have a seamstress work with me, so it's like I kind of flipped the script. I went from having a seamstress and doing a little bit of sewing to doing a lot of sewing. And maybe if I need help, I could get a seamstress like that.
Something. So now, you're really just manning all of it.
Yes, majority. I make what, like, I think when I had the last show I had when I made stuff, I made it for Models Against Cancer. I had to think what show it was. I haven't really been doing too much shows with school, so I had to think back. Models Against Cancer. I want to say that was like about a month and a half ago. And that show, I made everything brand new for everyone. I made it, especially because it's a cancer survivor show, and it's for cancer. So I wanted to have all new pieces in it. So I made the whole. The only thing I didn't make was two T-shirts I had, and then I had really designed. I used the graphics I had. There was new graphics and put them on the T-shirts.
Wow. So new graphics. I hear like writers always get writer's block and stuff when they work a lot and don't have a lot of breaks. But do you ever get like design block or creativity blocks with designing?
I must say, when I was in school, I kind of got a little blocked in because when I graduated from my bachelor's and went to my master's, I wasn't doing fashion. I was just doing business. So it's like I wasn't dealing in fashion much. So it was like when I tried to go back into it, like, oh, I'm trying to think what I want to do, but my mind was more on class. I was like, okay, I got to stay on class. I got to stay on class because I didn't want to fail. Because when you're in the master's program is way harder than the regular school. So it's like I got to stay on point. So my mind was more on doing book work than the fashion. So that's why I kind of slowed down. I think I slowed down for like about 3 or 4 months doing any fashion during 2023 while I was in school for the first couple months. So I was able to kind of work my way around and find balance with doing fashion and with doing school and keep my grades up until passing.
Wow. How hard was it to really find the balance?
Hard. It was hard because when I got my first F, I said, I can't be doing this because with the master's program, you got to keep a B average straight across the boards, no in betweens. So it was like a F dropped me all the way down to an F in the class. So it's not like you could get an F in regular school and then you can try and pull it back up. It took a whole lot to pull that up back to a B. So it was a lot of balance. It took me, I'm gonna say, each class was 10 weeks. I'm gonna say it took me probably after I got that F, I worked hard and brought up to a B, and then I started next class, and I didn't do anything, just stuck to the class so that I could go on and make sure I kept my grades up. Then in the middle of that class, I started back with fashion. So about 12 to 15 weeks, I kind of chilled and concentrate on school.
Okay, that's something. Wow. How do you feel now having a master's?
It's a great feeling, honestly. It's a real great feeling. I know my cousin was telling me, it's hard to get a master's. She said she know a lot of people that say they want to do, and a lot of people tell me that they inspired them to go back and then they even work on their bachelor's and then try and get their master's, because I had went to school and just kind of, a lot of people like, oh, you floated through school. A lot of people feel like I floated through school because it seemed like it went so fast. But with COVID, it's like, the world felt like it stopped. So a lot of people just stopped everything and they was just living in the moment then. But I was still working during COVID. I was going to school during COVID the whole time. I never slowed down. I slowed down for like, I would say maybe 3 weeks when everything stopped before they went to online, because I was going to school physically. And then once COVID hit and they did the mandate everybody had to stay in the house, it took them a couple of weeks to get to where they was going to say everybody just go online and do work. So I went right to online doing work, and we just stayed online doing work until they said that we could come back on campus.
Well, speaking of the pandemic and lockdown, how was your business affected by that as a whole?
During the lockdown, it wasn't affected. I was still doing shows because that was when I had bachelor. So I was still out doing shows and traveling because, fashion didn't really slow down during the pandemic. They still was, I think it slowed down for a little bit and then it started right up and kept going, slowed down like the rest of the world did for like a short time and kept on going. Like I did my anniversary show. I popped up and did my anniversary show. I was one of the first ones to start back and do a show where it had like a crowd of people in there.
Wow.
Because, the pandemic hit like around March. And then I think we hit like the end of February, March or something like that. Yeah, and I did my anniversary show like in April. April going to May.
You were still working.
Yeah. So it was just like, it did it, but because we had nothing to do but sit at home. A lot of people, when they didn't work, they sat at home and then they had to occupy themselves. But me working from home and doing my own fashion, you work from home. Or if you got your own business, you work from your office and that's yours. So it's not like you work for someone else. So you're going to always be working. You're going to be thinking, what's the next thing I do? Like, what's the next look I have? What's the next trend coming out? What's the next fad coming out? So you are always on your mind, going in rotation. What's going to be the next look? What's going to be what gets you to the next level?
Yeah. Okay. Now, with working at home and doing all this stuff, you found a way to fit in not just making clothing and designing clothing, you also found a way to fit in. I don't know the exact word for it, but I think it's brew. I don't brewery is a place that you brew it, but you also found a way to fit in making alcoholic beverages. So, how did that kind of happen?
My mentor, I spoke with my mentor, Miss Vanessa Henderson. She had her own alcohol line, so I reached out to her to find out how can I go about doing it to get my own. So I went to her house and I did all the taste tests. I was in school one day. Me and one of my classmates went to her and did a taste test before we went to school. We was feeling good at school. We had a couple of drinks. We were mixing stuff up and went straight to school. So it was kind of wild, but it was a wild feeling, but it was fun. It just got you to what you wanted to do. Cause that started when I started out. I had started out with my Moscato. I had the 2 rows of Moscato, and then I was like, I want to try something different. As you go along, you want to try something different. You want to expand. You want to see how far you can go with it. And I went to my cognac after that. And then from the cognac, I went to my tequila. And then after my tequila, then the distributor himself had reached out to me, Jerry, and we spoke. And he surprised me with some rum that we had been talking about. So he surprised me at an event I was at and gave me the rum. And I was like, oh, wow. I said, okay, thank you. It was just like, it was like, everything was working itself out. Everything was falling in place where it's supposed to be. Everything I wanted to go, everything I wanted to do was falling in place. Like I have a new rose getting ready to come out
Okay.
after in the new year. It's a Phatz frosted fashion Phatz frosted passion rosé that'll be coming out, and I have a new Chardonnay coming out. Strawberry Chardonnay gets ready to come out also in the new year.
So
So it's just
sorry, what were you about to say?
what you were saying. I apologize.
I was gonna say, how complex is it to make alcohol?
It's not too bad. It's like the taste test. You got to make sure the taste is right, and then you just go through the distributor because I go through the distributor and they do everything, and from there everything is taken care of. The distributor do everything is legally made, box right, bottle right, everything come to you just like you in a store. It's just like your own store. You're selling your own product instead of going unless you get lucky and can get in a store, get your product in a store, maybe a mom and pop store that will sell it. And that's my next plan is to try and find a mom and pop store that might will sell my alcohol because I got a variety now. So it's like I can kind of mix, kind of play around. And if they have somebody, but we got people that like this, so we got people like that.
Yeah.
I'm into a little bit of everything with them.
Okay. Okay. Wow. So you have designing, you have alcoholic beverages, you have so much more. But let's get into makeup.
Makeup, I've been looking into that. I want to do a vegan makeup. I'm still talking to people, and
Okay.
I'm in the works of that right now because that's my next big vision that I see myself doing in 2024. I have the oils though. I do have the oil fragrances. Me and my business partner L.A. Carter. We're making sure we got like three different scents out. I wasn't just a sample. I mean scents that out right now.
Wow. Oh,
And then we're just looking at what we're gonna do for 2024 because we're looking at getting into like I said, the makeup and then the soaps. Cause a lot of people know the women they love it. They love their soaps. They love their body wash. So we're trying to just get the market on that side also. But the oils we got, they dry all the oils we have is dry them crazy when they smell it.
wow. Yeah, this one's good. This one. Wow.
So it's just like you want to give them what they want, but you want to make sure you do it the right way. You don't want to just take in the shortcuts. So that would take so long because Like when we do our oils, we go into the lab and we had to sit there. The first time we did our oil called Sexy, we was in there like almost 4 hours. It was like three of us in there testing stuff. You had to use the coffee beans to smell to make sure the smell is going out your nose. So it was like mixing that, trying to get the smell right, because you had to get a smell that was for men and a smell for women, because you don't want to have everybody smelling the same. Because a woman's chemistry is going to be different from a man's chemistry. So we had to go and work on how to get the right smells for each person.
Yeah. Oh, it's tough. It's How do you know when you have like the right smell?
We can tell that once we all three of us agreed on it, then we're like, it's got to be it. And then once we do that, then we just put the test out and let the public see it. Because we did a test. We went to a club, and then we just hand out a few samples to see, and people went crazy over there. They were literally going crazy over it when they had it. And like LA took it to work, and then was like letting people at his job smell it. So it's like once you put the test out there and let people try, they're gonna be your market to tell you what it is, instead of spend a whole lot of money doing the research and development doing this, and then you still don't know if they're gonna buy. So you put out there, people love a free product. You let them test it out; it's for free. They're gonna tell if they like it or not.
Yeah.
So they didn't pay nothing for it, so they're not losing anything. It's not
No.
like they paid for it and be like, "Oh no, I don't like it. Can I have a refund?" So
It's not like you paid them for it, and I mean you paid them to test it, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, it smells great." It's
yeah,
just they say it, and if they like it, they like it, and if they don't, you get the feedback.
true.
Okay. Now you have oils, you have alcohol, you have designing, you have clothing, you have shoes too.
Yes, we are in the process. I did the shoe line already. I just haven't released it. I
Okay.
have 12 designs coming from a company called The Lab that I've been working through. Came with the designs, have heels and have boots and have tennis shoes. So I just gotta go on. I did all the designs. Everything's been set. I just gotta release it. I'm trying to figure out the right time to release it. I have so much going on that I wonder, when I release stuff, I like to make sure it's in line. I don't want to just release and just drop it and be like, oh, this in there, everybody trying. People like, well, I ain't trying to mess with that. You just did this, or you're doing too much at one time. So you want to kind of space stuff out. Because the first thing I'm doing for next year is I'm releasing my second book. That's gonna be on January the 15th, if I'm not mistaken. It's the 13th or the 15th. I can't remember. But I'll be releasing my second book, I Am Phatz, The Evolution.
Okay. Wow.
So that'll be the first thing I do next year, and then from there we just had to see. We'll be setting up dates, looking at what dates are gonna be good for everything to fall. Because when they did a lot of our main heavy duty dates, like the anniversary show, Fest 8th anniversary for the end of its 8 years, is gonna be on April the 6th. And then we're already set for the nonprofit for the fashion gala, the second annual fashion gala. That's gonna be on on September the 28th. So the main stuff we set dates for, then we're just lining everything up along with our dates and trying to set it into place where it could fall in order, and don't put too much out there, and it don't really leave any slack anywhere.
Okay. Now, before I get into your book that you already have out, you design shoes. How different is that from designing clothing?
It's really not too much of a difference. Excuse me. Because with that, you still have to look at the trends, and you have to look at it fast, what people like, what people don't like. Because people go through stages, like, with the Yeezys, everybody went through that. They wanted to wear them. Everybody with the Crocs, they going through the stage with the Crocs. Everybody with the slides, they going through. You walk around, everybody got every color Croc. you, everybody got every color slide. Everybody got all the different Yeezys. So it's just like whatever's hot, then that's what they do. So you just gotta stay in. You gotta stay in your range. You don't want to go all the like too far ahead or too far back.
Mm-hmm.
So once you have your perfect one, you got to know when to drop it and go from there.
Okay. Now you have a book that's coming out, and you have an autobiography that's out now. First off, what story are you telling with it? in the autobiography?
That first book I had, that's called Life of Phatz. That was a little intro into me, like what I had been went through with far as with my kidney failure, and giving people advice to like what they need to do. First, take care of yourself, or if you go through that, don't go into depression. 'Cause a lot of people, when they stuff like that happens, they go into depression. They're so sad. Like I did a little depression for a minute behind it, and then I had to bring myself out. You had to snap yourself out. You can't let that. It's not the end. And you got to just do what the doctor said. Do what the doctor said. And keep it moving. Like one of my slogans, like one of the slogans I use, keep it moving. You got to keep it moving. You can't let it get you down. Cause a lot of people let stuff get them down. They don't know how they'll fall so deep. They don't know how to pour that stuff out. So you don't want to fall that deep because you're going through something. Because everybody go through something, and you just got to know how to pull yourself out, or have a good support system to help pull you out, or to talk to you, and then kind of walk you through what's going on. Because a lot of people don't have a good support system, honestly.
Gotta have a good support.
Very much, you have to.
Okay.
So it's just like that was the first book, and the second book is so many people ask me about me or my past. It's like I'm a very private person. I don't really talk about personal business. I always been like that. Like when just like a lot of people, like when my father passed, a lot of people didn't know. And then as they found out over the years, they're like, well, why you didn't tell them? I mean, that's my personal business. So it's like I don't put personal. Like when I do Facebook, anything you see I put on Facebook is business. It's always gonna be business. School is part of my business. So that's why I listed with school on there, but I don't really put too much personal stuff or anything because that's just me. But with this book, I did open up a little bit. I put a little bit of my personal life in there just to give people insight into who I was and where I came from and how that come to where I became.
First off, sorry for your loss. But
Thanks.
wow. So how easy is it for you to share your story?
It's easier now, and I feel a little bit good because it's like I'm getting a lot of stuff out because you kind of push stuff to the side and you try not to think about it. And when people ask you questions, then you be like, no, because like with my personal page I had back in the day, everybody was sending friend requests. I got so many friend requests, and I don't really want to accept it because I don't know, that page is more private. That's when before I started doing fashion. And then, there's so much crazy stuff on there, so much stuff that happened. So I just kind of shy away from that a little bit. Some people are on it and some people not. Like, I'll tag it in a lot of stuff, but I don't really go to it that much or anything outside of tagging with it, if I got a post or something going on. So it's just like I just open up a little bit, tell about the stuff I've been going through, what made me the person I am today.
Yes. All right. Now, if you guys do hear anything, I'm sorry. If you don't know, and I'm pretty sure I already did tell you, Mr. Phatz, but my dogs just had puppies, so
yeah.
the mom's going a little wild right now, so yeah. So next year, you did say you have a lot of stuff coming up, but I've also heard a lot of people on the internet saying, man, I can't wait for 2024 to be over because how much stuff is planned for 2025. So what will you do to make 2024 memorable?
I'm gonna say I want to hit the top in 2024. I want to get a lot of zeros in my bank account. That's why I said like that. I want when I finish 2024, I want to have a lot of zeros. I said that. Do something I haven't did before.
So
be
with
rich.
Yeah. Yep. That would be great. Thank you. It's a lot. But wow. First off, my mom's just been telling me all the time just how much she knew you were an incredible person from the moment she met you. That you were kind to people, that you didn't just walk on people to grow. And my mom also wanted me to bring up what happened right before the pandemic with Essence Fest, when just, I guess, some memories of that time.
Yeah, that was real good. We did Essence together. We did the Essence Fest with Trina Braxton, oh god, Marlo Hampton, and Amaya Scott, and there was a lot of other people, but that was the first time that we did an audit with you being with me doing the Alder State show. We did it. It killed it. Just straight killed it. Essence was just like it was an experience for me because I did shows, but that was just the caliber of a show because you're in the middle of Essence. You know, Essence is just like a black. It's almost like excuse me, like a NAACP or like a Soul Train. It's just a black excellence show.
Yes, it is.
Essence is black excellence. You said that's all you can really say. Essence magazine been around years, so Essence Fest is just like another, just another example of black excellence. And for the bay to do one of the first fashion shows in there, it was an honor. And I'm glad that you was with me there because it was able to get you out there. And then I met your mom. We was able to meet on Phatz business and on personal, and then talk and just spend time together because we was all down there for a couple of days, and
Yes.
that was a great thing.
It was. It really was. And just recently, we were both a part of the Bosses and Bossettas award show, where a lot of people I know were there, and it was just an incredible thing. So for you, how does it feel when you get all these awards and acknowledgments?
I hate to say humbling because it's like humbling is like humbling is not like what everybody think it is, but it was just it made you be appreciative of that people notice you. You just appreciate everything a lot more because people taking you see people doing you, they see what you're doing, they see your work, and it's an incredible feeling for to be noticed, and just it's very incredible. It's kind of it kind of make you tear up a little bit when you think about it. That's okay. They took the time out of all these people that here. They took the time to notice me. They honor me like I was honored for the innovation because I'm entrepreneur, because everything that I do or my products that I'm bringing out, and just the way I am and my business etiquette, because I treat everybody the same. So that's a good thing, and I thank Michelle Lovett for noticing me and honoring me at the same time, because she didn't have to do with so many people that had so many words of people that here also, and for her to choose me, then that was just a great feeling, a grateful feeling, appreciative.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And all the people there were just incredible.
Yes.
And well, yes, it is. It's and you are just an incredible person, because when I see all the things that are going on in the industry, and I do see, like my mom did say before, you don't welcome people, but a lot of people do, and it just, I appreciate that you are being, well, to me anyway, you were a great introduction to the industry and really made it really friendly, and you're just a big inspiration to basically, you do all this stuff, and you just got your master's, and that I mean, wow. Okay, so we talked about all the business things that you do, and we talked about your work. We talked about what's next, but I do want to talk about, there's no real segue right now, but I do want to talk about what happened a little bit ago with kidney failure. How did that affect your life, and what did it change about, I guess, your way of life?
It just mainly made it got me to the point where I take care of myself more, because I was kind of like on the run. I always was on the run, doing stuff, working. It was like I was by myself, so you you eat on the run all the time. You'll stop and grab something. You didn't think about what you was eating. You think about what you was drinking. I never been a drinker, so that wasn't a part of it. Just was a kind of fluke what happened. So it's just like that's why I tell people to take care of stuff. Like when I had mine, I didn't even know I had it because I was not a drinker or a heavy drinker, anything like that. And I ate out all the time, but I didn't really eat fast food. Like I love a good restaurant. I'm
Yeah.
still like that now. I love a good restaurant. I could McDonald's very seldom. It had to be just something real fast. I can't get nothing else. But it's like more of like I love like I don't Applebee's, that's okay, but that's like to me that's high school or something. I like a nice restaurant. Go get a nice meal, sit down and enjoy it.
Yes.
So it's like when it happened, that's why I told people I was sitting in the house for like about a week, and I know I just wasn't feeling good. And a friend of mine had told me, she said, "Well, you going to the doctor?" She said, "Cause you haven't been feeling good the last few days. You're not moving. You just kind of sitting. You just sitting there." So I end up. I still didn't go the same day. Like I wouldn't like go to the doctor. We were like, "Well, we'll go later." And then so the next day she came. She said the same thing. She said, "You getting up?" She made me get up and then go to the doctor, which was a good thing because like the doctor told me when I came in, he was like, if I stayed another day, they don't even know if I would have even made it because my kidneys had messed up so bad. It had been messed up so bad, and they had to put me on like they made me in the hospital right then. They put me on dialysis the next day. I was in the hospital for like 3.5 weeks, and I did dialysis for like about 12 weeks, and then God is good. I had ended up getting out. They told me I didn't need it, and I came off, and they were like that was a miracle in itself. They said a lot of people don't come off dialysis unless you got a kidney, you got another kidney or something like that. But just to come completely off and not have a kidney or anything, they say it's a miracle in itself. So that's why I live every day to the fullest.
Yes. So, did you ever figure out what actually caused kidney failure, or was it just still a mystery?
Just something, just mainly fluke. It's like a fluke. So they really haven't said that. They just when it happened, everything happened so fast. So it was just like they were trying to just get under control. So they really didn't do too much. They just wanted to make sure I was stable and was making it. Because like when it hit, it was like I guess there had been a progression. So I don't know if it was in my family in the past or anything. It just once it hit, it just hit. And then right now, like I go to the doctor, my kidney doctor. She's one of the best in Atlanta. I feel in the United States. Miss Frida Fisher. We honored her at my awards gala. She specializes in kidney and different health issues. I go to her every 3 to 4 months. She check me out to make sure I'm doing good and see how I'm maintaining. And I just do what she tell me. I eat right. I try not to drink too many sodas. You can't get away from sodas. So I do try and not to drink that much. So try and stay drinking water,
Yeah.
maybe a juice here and there. I still hit a soda. I love a soda. So I just try not to indulge like I used to. Like I used to drink a 6-pack of sodas in like about 3 or 4 days. Now a 6-pack might last me like about 3 weeks. If that, might even last longer than that.
Something. Wow. So, did you kind of, I guess, really start changing your life more after the diagnosis?
Yes. I changed my life a whole lot more. It was like just a whole lot. I changed my life. It's a whole lot, honestly. In the book, it tells about a lot of stuff I did when, like, before. Just like I'm good right now. I always been good, but you always got that little bad side. So I go into more depth about the bad side. Back in the day, how you get to where you going. So it's like, it's just what eye opener to do better. I just said like that, do better.
So
do better, grow, and live your potential that you're supposed to live.
Yes. Wow. So we talked about how your life did change, but what will you do, I guess, for the future? What plans do you have for the future of Phatz and I guess your life?
Take over the world. I said I want to take over. I want Phatz to be a name. I want Phatz to be a huge name, just like how Ralph Lauren is, how Vera Wayne is. You know, I want my name to be out there like a Chanel, Dior, Gucci, Louis. I just want to be worldwide name. Like when you see that, you know who it is. It's automatic know who it is. Not, oh, I think I know him, or I think I heard that before, or something like that. I want you to know it. And when you see it, you know it.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Now, what do you want your, I guess, the legacy of Phatz and the legacy of you to be?
Just to love each other, honestly, because that's why I love. You know, you gotta love each other, and then that's the only way. Because that's what people gonna remember about you. It's like you gonna when you're a good person, they remember. You know, when you bad, they remember. When you good, they remember. But when you're good, they remember you even more because they be like,
Yeah.
"Well, this person they did this. They looked out. They did this." When you bad, they'll be talking about you like a dog. Well,
Mhm.
this and that. You know, but when you look out for people and do stuff, and then you see the best in people because that's why I look for the best in everybody. A lot of people like, oh, don't work with them. They, I'm gonna look for the best in them until you do me wrong. I'm not gonna give you that much rope, but because you gotta see stuff for yourself. I said like that. You gotta see for yourself because people talk about everybody. A lot of people talk about people just so you don't work with them or just so you don't deal with them, and they don't even know them. They had a bad experience. They want you to have a bad experience. So that's why I said I would tell anybody just see how it is. Work with them and see how it is. Don't put your all into it, and not saying that in a bad way. Just
Test the waters.
put a hand out there and then just see what they do. See if they're gonna try and yank your hand off or see if they're gonna work with you. Because some people work different with people. Some people are difficult to work with, so it makes the next person difficult to work with.
Yeah.
So and then a lot of people take them being difficult as that person was difficult from the beginning when it was them being difficult to that person. Because you see, like when you look on Facebook, you see so many people. I work with so many people that's excellent and they perfect, and then they have so many issues with people. I'm like, why did I say? I said I never had an issue with you, so why? I wonder why the other person got an issue or what's going on. But like I said, that's their business. I don't get in nobody's business. You see it. I mean, it's not like you've been nosy because you question it because it's right there for the world to see it. It's on Facebook. So you'll be in your head. In your head you're gonna be thinking about it, but you're like, I'm not. That's none of my business because it don't pertain to me. But it's just gonna be popping your head like, well, Dad, this was put out there. Because once it's on Facebook, that's out there. It's not going nowhere.
Okay. So now that our time is actually coming closer to a close, I do want to talk about what you do when you have when you have like the sliver of a chance to have a break. Because with what I've seen, especially like a month ago, when you're working on your master, when you're designing, when you're working on your shoes, when you're working on your new book coming out, when you're doing all this stuff, what do you do when you have a chance to relax?
Whew. Sleep. I try and get as much sleep as I can because that's something I don't get that much of because I move so much. So if I get an opportunity to sleep, like I'm going out town tomorrow to St. Louis for a show this weekend. They'll bring me out there for a cancer survivor show. I'm the featured designer, but a friend of mine is driving, so I'm gonna sleep the whole way down there because I still haven't even packed. I packed half the clothes up. I'm dressing like two sets of 22 people, so I got to take like 44 outfits. So I unpacked half of it. I just got to pack the other half, and I got to pack my bag. I haven't packed out anything. And I still got a lot of work to do tonight, so I'm gonna be up most of the night. So when we get on the highway, I know I'm be gone.
it I could tell it's a lot to do all that you do. So again, I commend you for doing this, not just for yourself but those around you. It's incredible. It really is.
Thank you.
Yes. But okay, let's make a scenario, right? Let's say you had a week, right? A full week. You could do whatever you want with the week. What would you be doing?
If I had the money, I'd be in Dubai.
Okay, why Dubai?
Just enjoying a nice vacation
Okay.
to myself. Don't have to. I don't mind taking a vacation myself. I used to go to Vegas by myself and enjoy it. So I don't mind going. So I get a nice hotel room and just enjoy your time. Enjoy yourself. Take your me time, meditate, and get yourself straight. Become one with yourself. Turn your energy around and just keep your energy, because that's what you got to do at the end of the day. Just keep your energy, because you don't want nobody to affect your energy or make you like change you, because people will change you. The
Yes.
wrong energy around you will change you.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Wow. So, what advice do you have for people who are, I guess, getting in any type of industry, not just entertainment, modeling, anything like that? What advice do you have for them to, I guess, get in with the right energy?
I would say work hard, network, and don't give up, because it's easy to give up. It's very easy to give up, but you got to work hard, and then just it's always gonna be a no. It's always gonna be shut doors. You're gonna get to the right door as long as you keep trying, and then it just watch out. Watch your back, because you got a lot of people that's gonna a lot of snakes that's disguised. A lot of people that's gonna try and take advantage of you. So you want to make sure that you investigate anybody. I tell anybody that work for me, all the models that work for me, I tell them the minute when they ask me, do you know the person? I say, you need to investigate, because like if I don't know the person, then you need to investigate. Even if I know the person, you still investigate, because you always got to do your due diligence. You don't want to just jump into somebody, because so many people walk around, oh, I'm a celebrity, oh, I do this, oh, I do that, and then when you look at their Instagram, they only got like 6 posts, or they only been around for a year, but they doing this, they doing that. If you can't go to a page that they had in the past that can link them to now, and then say, okay, they are this or they are that. Because as a lot of models gonna be like, well, this person told me to pay them this, and they'll give me this place, or they work with BET, they're gonna help me do this. And I said, look at that page. Have you investigated them? Oh no, I ain't have time to do that. So you're gonna sum a couple $100 because they told you they did with BET. So that's why I would like, you have to investigate, because it's so many different scams going on now. It's not even funny.
It's not. Well, thank you for really all your advice, all the things that you've done today, and I really appreciate it. But sadly, our time has come to a close. But before you get off, can you tell the audience, where can we follow you? Where can we find more information about you? Where we can just see all your stuff?
On Facebook, you can find me at Phatz Williams. That's PHATZ Williams, WILLIAMS. Or you go to my fan page at Phatz, PHATZ. On Instagram, it's Phatz_brand. And on X, it's X now. It's Phatz Clothing for you. Or if you have any questions, you could email me. I'm an open book. I answer everything. I talk to you. I inbox me. I have no problem talking to you. We all human. We you only talk. You can email me at phatzbrand@gmail.com, or you can Google me.
He's Googleable. So, wow. Again, thank you for coming on, and I thank you for all that you've done for me and a lot of people in this industry.
Thank you. It's no problem. I love working with you. I can't wait till we do our next job together.
Yes, me neither. So again, thank you for coming on, and we will contact you.
Okay. Tell your mom I said hey too.
All right, we'll do. Thank you.
I'll talk to you later.
All right, talk to you later.
Again.
See you soon. And thank you to the wonderful audience out there in the audience. Now, yeah, you probably heard my dog barking a lot. So, we just have a litter. So if you do want some information about that or anything of the sorts, please contact us on Facebook. That would be great. And hey, You already know what time it is. It's sponsor time. On Time Sunwear, always on time. Now, don't I just look? I just look automatically cooler now. It's just like a plus 10, 20 coolness. Like, and these are with the like casual pair. Now, if you want to see the fancy pair and other things like that, you're gonna have to check them out. Now, On Time Sunwear, always on time. Mr. Eddie Bell, huge supporter, and yeah, please check them out. Also, we have the Mitchell's Academy of Music and Dance. Now, if you are a musician and you have a passion for it, please check them out because they are incredible at what they do. As I said earlier, they have a lot of experience in the music industry. They have a lot of experience with music. They can feel it. It breathes, it lives within their lungs, within their blood. So if you guys do want someone who knows what they're talking about with music, please check them out. The number's right there. Also, Tropical Flavor. How many times do I have to tell you guys this? If you haven't gone already, you should have by now. Tropical Flavor. The flavor is tropical. It's juicy. It's tender. Any description you have for it, as long as it's good, it probably explains this food. Now, if you are in the area or if you're just traveling, please check them out because they have some incredible Caribbean food, some incredible Caribbean flavor. Now, it's a true taste of the island, so please check them out. And yes, also Air Talent Agency. If you are in the industry and you are doing your thing and you have some, I guess, some experience, please check them out because they will really help you with all the stuff that you're doing. They will get you a lot of auditions. They will get you everything that you would need for the industry. So yes, they are an agent, so please check them out. If you are doing your thing in the industry, check them out because they're incredible. They are well known and they know what they're doing. Also, Flame Entertainment. Now, she is incredible. She's an incredible person. She knows what she's doing in the music industry. She knows how to manage, and she does it well. And she's been in the industry. She's been in the entertainment industry. She did it before. She knows the left, the rights, the turn, the U-turns, all that stuff. So if you want someone who has experience in the industry to be your manager, please check out Flame Entertainment because she is incredible at what she does. Now, that was our sponsor segment. Thank you all so much for coming on. And if you haven't already, subscribe, like, share. It means a lot. And yeah, it's this little guy. Hopefully he could fit his face up on the screen. It won't. Can you at least get your snout up there? Yes, you can. You can see him right down there, his little snout. But yes, again, Cane Corso puppies. If you do have if you have an interest in puppies or know someone who does have an interest, please DM us. I'm pretty sure it's under Cat Coles on Facebook. So if you guys can, please do. Instagram as well. It should be under JALEN says something of the sorts. And yeah, thank you all for coming on again. Stay tuned for the next episode. Also, Christmas is coming up soon. Hope you guys have some good plans. It's about to be 2024 as well. 4 years since the start of the pandemic. Basically 4 years since I started this. So yeah, we've come a long way. So thank you guys so much and stay tuned. Peace.